what your value is? How do you know what your value is? In my membership group, Notary MVP, we discuss how to determine what our value is and what we bring to our local communities. What is the one thing that you believe there's no other person like you in the area? Now granted, there's going to be several notaries, just like there are several people that do lawn care. I was driving this afternoon and I saw probably 5 different lawn care companies, but they all do something different. Now, what is the same is that they all cut grass, they all might do shrubbery, but they all offer something different. And that's what is unique about you. You need to find what's unique about you and market that to your community. I started off doing loan signings, and while I love loan signings and it pays the bills, it's not something that the people that are having documents signed don't know about. So I love to teach, and one of the things that is really on my heart to do is to educate my inner city, the underserved population, about the importance of having power of attorney documents and wills and having a healthcare representative. A lot of people don't know how to go about doing those things and getting those documents prepared. What's even worse is that they oftentimes believe that those documents are only for the wealthy or the famous and not them that don't have much to offer. Or maybe they think they don't have much to offer. Anyone that has a home, of course, can leave that to their family. And there has to be a certain way that that's done in order for it to be passed along without too much havoc in the courtroom. I have countless stories about people in hospice trying to sign the document, or their families asking me to come, and me taking down as much information as I can to understand what this person may be experiencing on the other end of the phone. And I get there only to find that they can't pick up a pen. You know, those are heartbreaking experiences that I wish I could prevent everyone from going through. But everyone has, their beliefs, and, some people don't believe in the importance of having the will at that particular moment. They think they have to be sick. They think they have to be going to surgery. They think they have to know that they are dying or when they're dying, because we all know that we are. We don't know when. And so each moment that passes, we take that chance of not doing it today, maybe tomorrow. It's like the people that can't quit smoking. And if that's you, I don't mean to offend you, but my husband is battling that at this very moment. And so, because I'm a smoker, I know the trials that it takes to quit. And I know everybody's walk is different, and so I'm really not judging you. But back to topic. So I have a few stories about wills in particular, and because August, next month, is Make a Will Month, I have revved up my advocacy, and I am meeting with an inner city community center tomorrow. We are going to be discussing what it is that a person needs to do when getting their information together for their will, or when or preparing the information that they need for power of attorney, and to make a selection of an agent, a co-agent, a successor agent, whatever the case may be. There are a lot of things that people need to first have in their mind before they can put it on paper. And so I'm meeting with about 15 people, and I actually received a phone call from one of the attendees, and she would like to have her PO notarized tomorrow. And so one of the great things about this presentation is that I am offering the state limit for notarizing the documents. And how that differs is that whenever I am hired to go to someone's home or their workplace or the hospital, the fee is based on where I'm going and how long I'll be there and what I might encounter while I'm there. And so tomorrow I'll be in one setting for a specific amount of time, and I'll charge only the state approved notarization fee. If someone wants to meet me at a later date in their home or wherever they would like to meet, then that price would be different. And so, like I said, I'm very excited about doing this because I really want to focus on giving to my community, giving education to my community, and helping them make the best decision for them and not have to worry about, can they afford it? It's affordable. The community center has the documents that they will give to anybody that wants them, and all they have to do is get the notarization. And so while tomorrow the presentation is going to be about my role, my services as a notary, and how they can better prepare themselves for their notarization appointment, whether they choose me or someone else. That is what the topic will be about tomorrow, and to introduce what the documents entail, because some people don't know the difference between a last will and testament and a living will. Some people don't know the difference between a last will and testament and a living will, or the Healthcare Advance Directive and the Healthcare Representative, and of course the power of attorney and all it entails. Some people don't have that understanding, and so that's what I am offering tomorrow. Now, next month we are going to have document days where I will actually notarize anyone's documents for those specific documents. So we have the power of attorney, the will, the Healthcare Advance Directive, and the living will, and the Healthcare Representative document. And we are going to have 2 days that we are dedicating to notarizing documents. The administrator and his assistant at the community center will serve as witnesses, and again, these document notarizations will only cost the state fee. So this is very exciting to me. I am looking forward to a long-standing relationship with this community center, and one of the refreshing things is that there are people from all demographics. There's a lady, actually tomorrow, she's invited her sister that lives in another county, and so that is exciting as well, because I'll have the opportunity to meet her sister, and hopefully her sister will take this information back and share it with her friends and family members in the county that she's from. I have already been in contact with the county that she's in, so I am on the list to speak with the appropriate person once they come back from vacation. While I love being able to be a little bit more lax and flexible about what I can do and when I can do it, the days are longer and so on and so forth, but so many people are unavailable due to vacations and such. And while it's great, to have time to go on vacation, it does hinder me a little bit because there are so many things that I personally can get taken care of in the summertime because of my child and her school activities throughout the year. But anyway, we'll have to wait until, people come back from vacation and get things done when I'm able to. So one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is that I actually had a phone call this morning, and it was about a will that I had notarized last year in July. And the young lady called me and she says, you notarized a will for my grandmother last year in July. She has since passed away, but her mom, she said, was contesting the will. And I said, okay, well, what is it that you need me to do? And she said, well, we're going to have a court hearing and I'll need you to participate on a Zoom call. And I said, sure, I'd be available to do that. I can offer 30 minutes of my time free of charge, and after that, I will have to charge a fee. So she said, okay, she understood that. Now, she doesn't know how long it's going to take. Obviously, I don't know. I've never been asked to state that, actually, no, I take that back. I have been asked to state that the will was true, but by the time I had looked through my information to say, yes, the will, was true and everything, the police detective, and that's in another video, a police detective contacted me. The police detective determined that everything was on the up and up. And so this definitely can happen. So notaries, while your state does not have regulations on keeping a journal, do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself, because otherwise you won't be able to defend yourself, and you won't be able to stand up for the families or the individuals that need you to stand up for them to prove that the information is legitimate. And while you can stand there and say yes all day long, because I was in the medical field and I know that if you didn't write it down, so what? It wasn't done. That's how we looked at things. If it wasn't written down, it wasn't done. Point blank, period. And so, I don't know what they, do in a court of law, but in the medical field, that is how we roll. So I encourage you to do it for yourself, even if you don't care about doing it for anybody else. I do have a notary journal that I've created, and it's something that I think is very much needed, because a lot of times I will forget to indicate where it is that I am at signing the documents versus what's on their driver's license. Okay, so I meet them at the library, but their driver's license has whatever address on there. And if it's within the city, I sometimes forget that I didn't meet them there. And so I will have to indicate, yes, I met them at the library. And so that's going to be helpful for me. And so that's going to be helpful for me. So I have created this journal, like I said, and I encourage you to download it and see if you like it. All right, so...
Your attention, please. The library will close in 30 minutes. If you need to apply for a library card or have materials to check out, please do so at this time. If someone is providing transportation for you, please ensure they will be here before closing. Public computers will shut down 5 minutes before closing.
So, if you didn't hear, I'm at the library. Okay, well, I think that that's all for now, but I would encourage you to think about your unique value proposition and join my membership group, Notary MVP, where we discuss and help one another find that special thing about ourselves. There's only one you. Remember that.